experienced the highest level of success with this group. Different roster now, but what's the level of frustration right now to have the loss coming on top of the one against Milwaukee?
Losing frustrates everybody, I feel like. So, just trying to get out of the losing column is just the most important thing for us. Just trying to stay together throughout all the, ups and downs, like you said. But I feel like, we just got to stay together and just kind of fight through it.
You came in and had the spark off the bench, and you tied your career high with 4 threes. But did you, team-wide, did you sense a certain lack of energy or effort? And is that something that how could you explain, I suppose, what that felt like to be in the court?
Like I always say, I just try to come in and provide any type of energy that I can, no matter what it is. So just trying to pick up from, any lack of urgency that we had, coming out from the start was anything I try to help with. So,
Talen, even though it's been a relatively short time in the league for you, I think you've gotten a taste of the business side of it a few different ways. Went through a trade deadline last year, and you're kind of back in this position again. What has this been like? This whole season, really, people have talked about if the Lakers need to make a move, the guy who, has the contract, has the upside is you. What's that been like, and how do you feel about, what tomorrow might be like? I mean, do you expect to be here afternoon tomorrow?
I just try to, I said it before also, try to take every day and, treat it the same. Never get too high, never get too low. I feel like that's something that, you got to do when you're at this level, just because of the fact that you never know what's going to happen. And there's a lot of things that's out of your control, so I just try to control what I control.
Talen, how's it been for the group, really this last stretch, ever since the Brooklyn game where it seemed like there was a big boost, getting AD back, then LeBron goes out. It's been a rough patch since then, at least from our perspective. What's it been like inside the locker room for the group the last 2 weeks or so?
I feel like, of course, with not knowing who's going to be playing, who's out or things like that, it's always going to be kind of like, I feel like on edge because you never know what's going on, so you got to just be ready and prepare for anything. But as a group, we're all just trying to stay together. They preach togetherness, and that's just something that we just got to, continue to try to, lock into. So.
Talen, on nights like tonight when you're feeling your jump shot 4 for 6 from 3, what's different for you when you have that rhythm? Is there something you notice? Is it a feeling? Is it a pacing thing for you? What turns on?
I feel like just I understand who I'm playing with, and I understand the role that I'm in almost now, just trying to, like I said, provide energy and just do a lot of different things on the court that don't require having the ball in my hand. So just whenever those shots start falling, I feel like it's always going to be a good, night for me. So just trying to stay consistent with that is the most important thing.
Talen, what's been the sort of mental toll on this team, knowing kind of what the expectations were internally for you guys, obviously the expectations externally when you add the type of big names that you guys added? What's been the mental toll trying to figure this out this year, and how much do you think it's worn on guys that, at least, that you guys haven't figured it out yet?
I feel like guys really not trying to, dwell on anything of the outside noise. People expect us to be a certain way. I feel like people expect everybody to do something a certain way, but it's always not going to be exactly how you want it. So we got to, just get to the point where we're happy with what we're doing as a team, and, I feel like when we get to that level, I feel like it'll be good for us.
To follow up on that, though, I assume that you guys, when you guys came together, thought this was a championship team. Mm-hmm. Have those goals shifted then to this point or anything like that? As the expectations for you guys internally, have they changed now that we're 2/3 of the way through this?
No, it hasn't changed. We understand where we are, and we know that we're, back. So just we got to continue to fight just to, scrape up some wins and get to the finish line. So I feel like if we get there and we have a late push, then we'll be fine. So I feel like, we'll be good.